You know what the Game of Thrones ending taught America? People love watching kings fall, and they love even more watching people realize the throne was fake the whole time. This conversation between Bill Maher and Tony Hinchcliffe doesn't go viral because it's crazy. It goes viral because it's true. You don't need to agree with either one. But if you've ever been poor, if you've ever had shoes and HBO, you already know which side you're on. This is the truce moment nobody else can capture, and we're locking it in right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think she only did it so that he would hang out sometimes once in a great while.
But when you say very poor, what are you talking about? What, were you eating Cheez-Its from a dog bowl?
Not that poor. That would actually, yeah, I mean, first of all, Cheez-Its aren't the cheapest thing. I know you might not know. You've been making it for a
No,
while.
when I was poor, I
Yeah.
was very poor. I was
Yeah.
very poor from 18 to 27, like college. I mean, I didn't think of it as poor because we were at college, but like when I look back, like, are you kidding? I lived in fucking slums. They were slums. Ithaca, New York was like Appalachia, by the way. Appalachia, even though it's not officially part of Appalachia, yeah, Ithaca, New York, if you take away Cornell University, it's Appalachia. It's like fucking hillbillies. Very rural, very out in the country, very Trump country. I'm not equating the two necessarily. Okay, but like,
You know, being a Trumper isn't, what you're calling a Trumper isn't that crazy. I mean, he did win the popular vote.
that doesn't mean it's not crazy. That does not. Those two things are not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That's fine. Look, you've been talking to me for what, an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Do I seem like a guy who hates you because you voted?
No, and I'm the same
And
way.
I never will
That's
be.
why I think
Exactly.
you're,
I
believe
am.
it or not,
Whatever
a
you're going to say, I
centrist.
am.
I think you're.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
I am. I'm
And I
center
think
left.
I am too, believe it or not.
I am. Well, I am center left. To me, a Trumper is far right. There are old school Republicans. They are hiding right now, but they do exist. That's center right. Trump is different. Tell me what constitutes poor for you, and then I'm going to tell you what constitutes poor for me. Because I have poor when I was in Ithaca, poor when I moved to New York City, really poor. It wasn't until I moved here where I had the cheapest apartment you could get, because it was California, your standard of living was so much higher. There was a bird outside your window instead of a bus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
California.
Yeah, mine was a different, I was a different kind of poor when I first moved here, which was fucking looking for goddamn nickels and quarters on the ground and picking up every job I could. And there was even a period.
How often do you find a nickel on the ground?
Back then it was more often because they actually used coins back then.
It's like pencils.
I know, exactly.
Pencils, nickels.
But yeah, I was raised pretty poor. My mom made sure that I went to, believe it or not, it's impossible to sound poor while saying that you went to the private school in town. But I did go to the private school in town. She forced my dad, they were never married. They were in separate things. It's a whole crazy ass story. But she made sure that my dad contributed enough by getting her work, running numbers, being a bookie in town.
Really?
Yeah. So that she was able to put me through a private school, make sure that I always had a decent pair of shoes and HBO. So it's the wildest thing.
All you need.
That's all. That's all
Shoes and HBO.
I swear to God, those were the two things I had that all my buddies had.
It's not TV, it's footwear.
That's right. But man, it was a game changer for me. The comedy specials absolutely 100% contributed.
My last one was the best. Have you seen my last one?
No.
Oh, I'm not going to watch yours till you watch mine.
Okay, deal.
Why didn't you watch my last one?
I don't watch anybody's specials on TV. I like seeing them live.
I can relate to that.
I see enough people live to where I like waiting.
But you would like my last one.
I'm positive I would. I'm not kissing your ass. I've been a fan forever. I mean, all my initial politics and everything of anything about politics was through you.
I don't want to like pat myself on the back and say no one else could do this, but I do want to ask the question: why can't anyone else do this? I just don't see that many. I'll say that many people like just talking to somebody else who, yes, may be a Trumper, and just not seeing them as this monster who you can't talk to.
Right.
I mean, and I'm not going to convince you, and you're not going to convince me, and we just accept that.
Yeah.
And I know what their answer is, which is like, how can you? These people are doing A, B, and C. And I'm like, you know what? I can't disagree with that. I don't agree with A, B, and C, especially if A is disappearing people and B is, you know, not listening to judges and blah, blah, blah. But, okay, we tried the we're superior to you, you're deplorable, we're not talking to you. In fact, we can't have dinner with you
Right.
because you're so we tried that method.
Yep.
We tried the I'm in the Oval Office, but I'm putting the folders in front of my face because I can't be seen with this person. I can't. I'm like, they'll never guess where we are.
Right. Crazy.
The gold won't give it away.
Crazy.
We tried that. And maybe that has very little success. My method has a very little success, but that one has zero.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
That one has zero chance of success. And again, like these I feel like your people, they feel very slighted. They feel like they were called deplorables. You don't want to even have dinner with us.
I mean, there's no question about it. The mainstream media, which was, you know, obviously very defensive of the left, really did it to themselves. I mean, calling people Nazis, people calling me a speaker when you know damn well.
I'm a Nazi. Larry David said I'm a Nazi.
He did?
Well, he said I had dinner with Hitler.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, how?
This wasn't just a conversation about comedy. It was about something deeper. The new rule book for how the poor, the ex-Democrats, and the post-woke crowd stay in the room. Because when every institution calls you a Nazi for watching a podcast, what you really need is shoes and HBO. Stay with us. We're building a channel where you don't have to flinch to be honest.
The next clip is ready below. Welcome to Aftershow Carnage.